Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Missy. This is Missy's Yarniverse and more. And as you can tell, I'm batch recording because I've got so much going on this week. So if you're seeing the same t-shirt, yes, I have changed, but not today. Anyhow, this video will be dropping for Finished Project Friday. And I wanted to kind of give you a rundown of what I have finished this week because I have several things in my finished projects that will be going tomorrow. They will be leaving my house because I meet up with our project coordinator from hospice, and we have to turn in the things that we have ready for her because we don't see her that often, only when she's going to be coming down to our area. And so I have to get everything ready to go. And if I were to wait and do this Friday morning or whatever, all that stuff would already be gone because I have to turn it over to her tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get started on the finished projects. So the first one, I was working on it prior to my last video, and I had actually finished it, and I'm not even sure that I had showed it. It was the big rainbow blanket I was working on, and I actually had gotten it done with the Mandala Nifflers yarn from Lion brand, and it's the Nifflers. It's my favorite one because it makes a wonderful rainbow. And this one I ended up using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cakes of the Nifflers to finish. It's pretty big. I really wasn't paying attention to how big it was getting. I just kept going and going. But it is what it is. And what we do with hospice is we fold them and roll them, and then we make a little chain, simple chain, and we tie a bow around it so they don't come unrolled, because we have to fill out a sheet that goes with each thing that we donate. And what we do is we'll slide it in here, and when they go to do the intake on the new patient and they take them their gift, all they do is pull that sheet out, and either the patient or the patient's family signs to let them know that they received the gift. And we have to put our volunteer hours that were put into that project on those sheets of paper. And then once they gift it, they take the sheet back to the office, and they're able to put those hours into the computer system as done, because them being a non-for-profit, they have to have so many volunteer hours a year to stay non-for-profit. So those volunteer hours that are put on those sheets that go with each project are very, very important to them and their budget. So yeah. And whenever we turn them in, I could take her 100 things tomorrow and have a sheet with them. The hours that are on the sheet for each project do not get entered until it is gifted. If it sits in the closet for like several months before they find the perfect patient for it, those volunteer hours are not counted yet. They only count them once they're gifted. So those volunteer hours are very important. So yeah, we have the rainbow blanket, and I did just a really simple like wagon wheel kind of frilly edge to give it a little pretty finish off. And then last video, because I had finished that one, I had started another one, and I had showed it, and this is where I was right here, and it is done, and it is ready to be laundered real quick and get ready to be donated tomorrow. So I need to take the stitch marker off so I don't forget. And I still have to measure them as well to put on the sheet, the measurements of the blankets, because we try and do like a 40 by 40. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. We try and do 40 by 40 for the blankets, but sometimes they'll be a little bigger or a little smaller because we know not every, it's not one size fits all. Kind of like clothes. They really don't fit all. So yeah. So we kind of do, the majority are like a 40 by 40, but we do tend to try and make some that is going to fit everyone. So yeah. Another one. I'm so happy. So happy I was able to get 2 of these done. And then, apparently here lately, they've had some people at hospice that have been requesting the hand contracture rolls. And if you don't know what those are, it's a little roll that they put in the palm of a patient's hand. Because some of them, their hands have contracted and they're staying like this in a fist. And the longer they stay like that, they will start digging into their palm. And it's hard for them to be able to get things in and out very easily sometimes. So I was asked, could I try and whip up a pattern and make some hand contracture rolls. I couldn't find anything online as far as crochet. So I kind of sit and dabbled with it a couple evenings, and I came up with, and I made a couple sizes because you never know how big someone's hands are, because some people have really large hands. And I did them in cotton so that they would feel better on the skin. And the cotton that I used was the Mainstays, because I actually had a couple of them laying around. It's just the Mainstays, 100% cotton yarn from Walmart. This one is gray. I think that's what it says. Soft silver. Sorry. And then this one is Mainstays, 100% cotton yarn. And the color is opaline green. I was going to say it's like a muted aqua, but greenish aqua, but opaline green. So I decided I was going to make them in the cotton so they would be softer. And these are very soft. So I just grabbed those because I wasn't sure how the pattern was going to work out. And I had a frog a couple times and everything. And the first one I made was a large one. And then I decided I would start going down in size to make like a medium one. And then if later on I have to make a smaller version, like child size or a very small adult, then I can do that. But I wanted to start with a large. And I actually wrote it down, and I'm going to type out the pattern because I know some of the ladies in my group that are making things for hospice as well is going to want a copy of it so they can help make these. And if there's any of you who are doing hospice makes and donations, and your local hospice or any other organization is in need of some of these, feel free to reach out to me and I will email you a copy of the pattern. Because, I mean, why not? If they help people and patients, then I think it's a great thing. So the first one I made was with the soft silver, and it just goes in the palm of the hand to keep them from digging their tips of their fingers or their nails into the palm of their hand. So there was this pair, and I'm going to package these up in the pair. And then I went with the smaller one in that opaline green. And I have very small hands, so that would work just fine for me. And that was what I was kind of going for. And I can go smaller if I need to by taking down, the circle that we're starting with. But yeah, so I made a pair of this, and I'm going to start with 2 because that was what I got done. And I'm going to see how often they're going to need them. And I'm going to talk to her about that tomorrow. And if these go fairly quickly, I'm just going to have her email me and they were very, very quick to make once I figured out how I was going to do them. And it wouldn't take me long if they needed like 4 or 5 or 6, sets or whatever. It wouldn't take very long. So yeah, these will be packaged up in a pouch for them to take as well. So there was those. And then I had a couple weeks of Max's Gut Squares that Sam from Memphis Makes is doing. And I didn't get to do a finished projects video last week. So I have 2 weeks worth today. And she'll be coming out with another video tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow for another week. That'll be week 14 already. Wow. So I have week 12 and 13. And weeks 12 was this purple. And then like a teal. Mine's kind of like a teal peacock. And then this bright green. And then last week's was this like peachy orange. It's blowing it out there. That's a little more true to color. And then this black. And then that teal color again. So yeah, that was the last 2 weeks, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow when she opens Gut to find out what colors we're going to do next. And I'm pretty certain, because my tote that I've been keeping these in is getting full very quickly. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start sewing them together, because these are either going to become a blanket for either Boggy Creek or for hospice. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how big it's going to be with the squares. And it probably, and it also depends on how soon it's done, because I know there's a cutoff time with the Boggy Creek blankets. So yeah, that's those. And then, so that was 6 more squares to add. And then Laura at Mad Mimi's Farming and Crochet and Farming had put out a challenge for people to do the chicken hats. And I showed them before when I had got started on them. And the first one was a boo-boo because I didn't pay attention to the yarn. And it was like doll size. Or baby. Yeah. I did end up, I wasn't going to frog it. I figured, what the heck, I'll finish it. I'll either find a baby to give it to. I'm sure someone would love it. Or Allie Ann can wear it if it even fits her head. And ta-da! It's finished. Yeah. And it was super duper small. So yeah. And this was the Big Twist Heathered. And like I said, it was just a random ball I had laying around. I don't even know why I ended up with it. It's probably from a project I had to do for someone, and I don't even remember. And that's sad, because here lately I've done so many things that if I don't take a picture to kind of go through and look back, I can't keep track of what I've done and what I haven't anymore. So yeah, the baby size is done, and it turned out super cute. I'm sure I will find someone or something. But yeah, so that was done. And then the bigger one, which I still think is small, but I got it done as well. I think it's super cute. I don't know if I'm just crocheting too tight, because I used Hometown in the bulky 6 in Aspen Tweed, and this one was Tampa Spice. So I just don't know if my tension is too tight, which very well could be, because I am so used to making so many amigurumis, and you have to stitch super tight in order for your stuffing not to be falling out. And so I'm wondering if maybe that's not my problem. That, and I don't do hats that often. Living in Tennessee, I don't wear them. My fiance, he wears ball caps, and they always have to be camouflage. He's not wearing something like this. So maybe I can end up donating it somewhere. I don't know yet. I don't know. I know I'll find someone who might have a little or something, because yeah, it's not going to fit my head. If it does, it's like super tight. But I also have super curly hair, which is why I normally have it on a bun on top of my head, because my hair's just wild. And if I put a hat on like this, it's just going to frizz out my hair worse than it already does. And I'm going to look like a poodle that stuck my finger in a light socket. So yeah, that is my finished projects that were not amigurumi related, because I did all those on Monday for my new segment of Amigurumi Mondays. I was hoping I would have another blanket done, but no. Life kind of got in the way. Appointments got in the way. Stuff got in the way. I still feel pretty proud of myself on all the stuff that I did get done. So, I'm not sure if I will do a video on everything that I got ready to take over to hospice so you can see. Because I know there's a lot of people who love to make donations to give to worthy causes, or very deserving people, or people give just to make someone's day a little brighter, because they know if you made it for them, you took your time, and it took a lot of your heart to do it, and it comes from a great place, and it's a wonderful gift, which is leading us into the holiday season, because tomorrow's Halloween, and we will all be in full throttle holiday high gear. I know I already have a list. Plus, I have a couple orders that I have to get to working on, so that I can get them done and out to the customers in a timely manner. I know one of them is just get to it when you can. I don't like to let things sit on the table for very long, because I never know when I'm going to get someone else reach out to me needing something. And I like to keep projects done so that I can know that I'm not putting hospice makes and stuff like that on the back burner. Plus, I have some Christmas gifts to make. Christmas? Oh, wow. Grinchmas. Anyway. So, yeah. My chicken hat. The two of them. So, there you go, Laura. And I will be trying to attempt the kitty cat one as soon as I get a chance to sit down, and actually I need to pull the yarn to start working on that very soon. So yeah, so I'm thinking that themed hats might be a lot of fun, because I'm pretty sure Laura just did some donations for a school kindergarten program, I think it was, and I'm sure that a lot of teachers would appreciate someone bringing in some hats, because you never know when kiddo has lost theirs on the school bus or left it at home, and all that. And if they're still going out for recess, because I mean, we don't get a super whole lot of snow here in Middle Tennessee, but it can get cold off and on, and those littles need to stay warm if they're going out for recess to play. So maybe this will be a good donation. Some little kid might have a lot of fun with it. Who knows? Who knows? Or some little kid might be going, OMG, no. So anyhow, I will let y'all go, and I'm going to go take a break, and then I have a couple more videos to record. Whew. It's going to be one of those days. But you know what? It's going to be okay. So anyhow, I will leave you with this. So always remember, life is not perfect. So be kind. Try to create something every day and keep reaching for the stars and your yarn. Until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Bye.